Oh my gosh.
Yo.
How long's it been?
February,
February
right?
11th was the last.
I'm actually
February 11th.
February.
That's not bad. That's not bad. It hasn't been a year. I'm pretty proud of us for that. Yeah. Holy, we made it. This is the Positionless pod. For those who haven't, heard of us, and for those that have been listening to us and have been wondering where we're at.
Yeah, for our listeners, we are back.
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
We're back.
So back. I've been wondering.
We're so back.
Where are we at? But now we're here. We're here, and we're here to stay.
We made it 6 months.
We've been busy, we've been brushing up on our basketball knowledge. We've been watching hoops, preparing for FIBA. We've been working hard in the background for you guys. It wasn't for us that we left. It was for our audience.
Yeah.
Because we didn't think we were the best product that we could be until now. Now that we're back, it's time to deliver.
Yeah, and we're so back.
Anyways, I'm Kai Gamage. I'm talking today with my wonderful, talented, young, up and coming, positionless,
bright minds, man.
Bright minds, the brightest minds in the new basketball media world. I've got Diego San Agustin, Aaron Matthew, and Michael Anthony Cruz with me today. How's it going, guys?
I missed that.
I know it's been a minute.
Yo, how long?
I missed
our last episode of FIBA 11. When was the last episode we had Kai in the pod?
That was the one.
Wait, Kai was on that?
Yeah, he was there.
Say word.
At least we ended with a bang.
We were complete that time.
Okay, that's mad. Was Kai hosting too, or was it Aaron?
I think so.
I
think it was him.
Like Aaron.
I mean, when Kai's here, he's always hosting. Like,
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Aaron just took over.
Nah, he's not like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am not. I will be the first to admit.
It's okay. We all need good role players,
Yeah. See, yeah. So I could be what Brandon Ingram couldn't.
Role players can be good too. Look at AR.
Oh,
AR,
that's tough.
You're doing them dirty already. Holy!
We haven't even started yet, man.
Yeah, we don't. The audience doesn't even know what we're talking about, man. We could be talking about the Harden trade, and you're just bringing up BI for what?
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. But how have you guys been? Any noodles recently?
What?
Wasn't that our thing? Wasn't that our bit that we had
Thai
food in the studio?
Thai food. That was like a word that you just used for like anything new happened lately.
My bad.
What was it?
Like noodles, like actual noodles. I had Vietnamese for lunch today, but it wasn't noodles. It was rice.
Okay.
It was like broken rice.
All right, I shouldn't have even revived it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we
wanted to know?
Should we just talk ball?
Just thought I'd care.
Yeah, let's just talk.
Noodles, man. It's good to be back. So today on the pod, we're in the heat of summer. The dog days, as some have called them. I think there's 70, maybe 60 something days until the NBA season starts. And free agency is completely cooled down. There's nothing really to talk about there. I feel like we're pretty late on the James Harden stuff, so it's all kind of pointless at this point in time. There's really nothing going on except the, I guess not premier world basketball tournament, but second fiddle to the Olympics. It's pretty legit. We got the FIBA World Cup going on in the Philippines, Indonesia, and Japan. It's been a sick tournament so far. We're still only in the group stages, but the clear favorites have kind of already set themselves apart from the rest. France not being one of them.
Surprisingly.
Good. So that's what we're going to be talking about for the most part today. Just all the FIBA stuff going on. We'll be making some picks for like who are our favorite like breakout players from the tournament, who's our MVP, that type of thing. We'll be talking about the big storylines from the tournament: Canada, the US, France being garbage, Rudy Gobert being a fraud, Brandon Ingram being needy, jealous, a baby. All those fun things are coming up on this episode of the Positionless Pod. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's get it started. Let's start off with Canada.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Canada. Yeah,
Woo!
My country.
I love
Oh
that.
my gosh. Dude, they are on a heater right now. So today is Monday, the 28th. So we've only seen the first two games that Canada has played. We haven't seen their last game, which is set to take place on Tuesday against Latvia. I'm predicting a big win. This team has been pretty nonstop so far. They set the FIBA World Cup record for assists in a game with 44. They blew out Lebanon by 55 points. They blew out France by 30. Could have been 40, but we rested our starters. What do we think of this Canadian team? Is this a legit team to keep an eye on? Is there a chance? Obviously, this is a team to keep their eye on. It better be. Look at all the talent on the roster. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, dude's a monster. Dylan Brooks, Renaissance. But is this a team that can legitimately compete with the likes of the United States?
I mean, I think they can compete. Do I think they're the favorites? Absolutely not. But they can definitely compete. They have Shea. Obviously, it would help that if Murray was actually playing. But with the guys that they have right now, they're still pretty stacked. They got real dogs. They got people who want to win, and all of Canada is finally starting to believe in something for the national team. So that's already a positive sign. And again, Dylan Brooks, people are starting to actually give him praise again, which is kind of surprising. Because even at the start, when Dylan Brooks was announced he was going to play, everyone was, even the Canadians were talking smack, about
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks.
So we have a team when you have RJ Barrett going 1 of 10, but the team still wins by 20 against France of all teams. That's how
30, hello, please.
Yes. Yes, 30. Sorry. That just shows how much of a cohesive unit they've been. Shea also wasn't too great by his own all NBA first team standards, but the team just looks so good. I think the most fun, the best area for them is their transition offense, which is superior to what I've seen on Team USA too. Team USA just feels like there's one guy who'll go for it regardless, but Team Canada, there's two players running. There's so many options on transition, and every transition just seems like a bucket. If Lou Dort doesn't have the ball in his hands, I cannot stand that man. Still, I am
Yo,
sorry.
come on, man. The
Hey,
torture
easy.
chamber.
Listen, he's a great defender. He's still doing that, but I don't know why he's jacking up shots.
Easy on Lou the Beast, man.
What about Kelly Bird?
Yo.
FIBA Kelly is
I
back,
love Kelly
man.
Bird. I love Kelly Bird.
He's been the second leading scorer of the team so far, and yeah, he's been amazing for Canada. I mean, this team is just super loaded actually with a lot of talent, and I don't know. You got Dwight Powell. Even if you got Dylan Brooks and Dwight Powell, fluffing or not connecting on alley oops, right? This team is still serious.
Hey, at least they're trying it, right? This is a team that actually has confidence to go for those plays, and they're clicking at a level that you don't really expect this team to be clicking at, especially against competition with teams like Europe. In the lead up to the tournament, they played games against Germany, against Spain. They took 1 of 2 off of Germany, and then they beat Spain pretty in a really tight game. And we're talking about 2 programs in Germany and Spain who have that cohesion, who have been playing together for a lot longer than the Canadian men's national team has been playing together. You add on to that this is a new coach in Jordi Fernandez, who was brought on by the team a month and a half ago, right? This is super recent. This team hasn't had time to gel. They haven't had time to really practice together. This is completely new, and they're clicking together like that. And like, yeah, they might not be connecting on some of those like alley-oops from Dylan Brooks and Dwight Powell. Those two should not be trying those plays in the first place. But the fact that like there is that level of confidence in going for things like that, in making plays together. And I want to touch on Kelly Olynyk point real quick. That dude is so good for Team Canada. There's a reason that he was named the captain for this squad. He's only averaging like 3.5 assists per game, but the plays that he does make are wicked smart, right? Like we're a hockey country, right? Canada's a hockey country. I think that we should have hockey assists counted for basketball. For those that don't know, a hockey assist is when it's like let's say Kelly Olynyk passes the ball to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who passes it to RJ Barrett for the bucket, right? It's a hockey assist. Kelly Olynyk has to be like leading the world in that type of play for Canada right now. The work that he does out of the post as a connective passer for this team is genius. He had like a nasty feed to like a cutting RJ Barrett, and I think a game in the game against Lebanon. This dude is smart. He's, I think, the glue of this squad. And when you have a guy like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who I think is the second best player in the entire tournament, right? Like without Jokic, without Giannis, Luka's really the only better player than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on this team. I think that when you have the team clicking this way, the chemistry looks better than almost any other team at the tournament. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is like the second best star there. They have, I think, the best perimeter defense in the entire tournament. I think there's a legitimate case to be made that this team could put up a fight against a squad like the US, especially an American team that is very perimeter centric as it stands right now. Like JJJ could probably put up nasty buckets on us right now, but with the trifecta of Dylan Brooks, Lou Dort, and like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and add Shai's on-ball defense as well, and his off-ball defense, his ability to poke balls, his ability to get into passing lanes. Like this team legitimately, because of that defense, because of that cohesion, because of the star power that with SGA, I think that there's a legitimate case that this team can put up a fight.
Yeah, and Tegan, this is also one of the more beatable teams Team USA has had in a while. But I mean, even then, they're still like the more talented team per se, obviously. But you know, again, as you said, chemistry-wise, and just actually how stacked this Canadian roster is this year, they got a chance. They got a chance.
Man, like they're so physical. Like it's gross. RJ Barrett, like, yeah, he didn't have a good first game against France, but like I think that we've seen in the lead up games to the tournament and in the game against Lebanon, like why his sort of basketball translates well to the FIBA stage, right? He uses his physicality extremely well. He like there's a lot less charges being called in FIBA, so he's able to attack the paint with like a lot more force. Canada has decent shooters, so they're actually clearing a lot of space on the perimeter, especially when you have Kelly Olynyk playing the small ball five. There's a ton of room in the paint for drivers like SGA, like Dylan Brooks, like RJ Barrett to get down into the paint. These guys are physical, they're mean, and like I don't know, there's a lot of dog on this team, right? And maybe that's the Dylan Brooks impact. But there's a lot of dog in this team.
Hey! Finally, some Dylan Brooks.
I'm so here for Dylan Brooks, man.
I love Dylan Brooks, man. I'm like one of the only guys who said that ever, like all along.
No,
I love that, man.
Back, bro.
Not just come back from Saga either. He's just so fun to watch.
Yeah, but honestly, like you mentioned the physicality as well, right? Like some of the most nastiest drives for Team Canada was by Dylan Brooks. Like his inefficiency was because of his stupid shot taking, which he's completely changed. He's taking smart shots, he's driving to the paint, and he's getting the buckets. He's missed in the 2 games, he's missed 2 shots. 9 of 11, just 2 misses. Him.
He's him. He's him. He's him.
You're him, Dylan.
He's
I need
back.
Filipinos to stand up for Dylan Brooks the way. Oh, wait, no, they're in Jakarta. I need
Yeah, I know.
Indonesians to stand up for Dylan Brooks the way Filipinos have been standing up for Austin Reaves. That's
Yo,
That guy's so over in Manila, bro.
yo, they're cheering him on. No, like, bro, I mean, before the tournament, like when they were practicing in Toronto, dude was getting booed. Now, like, there were MVP chants for Dylan
yeah,
Brooks.
yo, at the Pro Am in Toronto where Dylan
Yeah.
Brooks played, people were talking smack.
Yeah,
People were bullying him
it's funny. I mean,
in
it's
Toronto.
funny.
No, we're cheering for him in Manila.
Yeah,
Good.
if he comes to Manila, I'm booking a flight right away, and I'm
Okay.
getting
I'll see
I'm getting
him
his,
there. I'll see him
getting
there.
his autograph. I'm getting a picture with him.
Oh yeah, Mike, are you gonna get a picture with him when you're there?
Yeah, of course. He better not leave yet, though.
Or you could just come here to Saga, maybe he'll turn up.
Yeah, that's easier.
Is it?
I'm taking a go bus immediately.
But yeah, so we all kind of consensus that like maybe this team can't beat the US, but like there's no way they shouldn't finish like outside the top 3, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
team
I think this is the second most
should not
loaded team.
finish top three.
Yeah.
Outside of the US, they're the most stacked team.
Yeah, I mean it's a shame. As Diego said, it's a shame Jamal isn't there.
It's a
Yeah.
shame that the
If only that guy from Vaughn played as well.
Which one?
The guy from Vaughn.
The champion?
Yeah. 2022
The one that should have
NBA
gotten
champ.
finals MVP over Steph?
Nah, stop.
What?
Stop.
Who said that?
Stop talking, man. Don't even get me started.
Yeah. No, look, there's a lot of guys that like you hope maybe commit to play for the Olympics next year, right? Like
Yeah.
man.
Jamal Murray, like maybe if unless they make the finals again, you got to hope that Jamal Murray is on that squad. I don't know if like the young guys are really gonna commit. Like it'd be awesome to see Shaden Sharp or like Leonard Miller, Andrew Nemhard, those types of guys play, right? But be nice. It'd also be nice if Canada had a big other than Zach Edey. No disrespect to Zach
Not-
Edey.
Hey, don't sleep on Dwight Powell.
Who?
Yeah, man.
That's not a
He
big
be,
man.
he be catching lobs from Dylan.
That's the type of love that like the Raptors would have last season, like some Kem Birch type of guy. Like that's not a big. Let's be
Add
fair.
him then. Add him to the team then.
I'm good.
No, see, I mean, again, this is another undersized big, but like Brandon Clark would honestly be, at least in the pick and roll, he'd be so much more effective than like a Dwight Powell.
Yeah, Brandon Clark's a better defender too. It's too bad
Yeah.
that he had like that ACL. I think it was an ACL tear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if Canada could get him on the roster, like that'd be nasty. There's a big man that just got drafted. I think Charles Bediako. He could be pretty solid. Obviously, like this probably won't be happening for like the 2024 Olympics or anything like that. But this is all just to say that like Canada's golden generation has arrived. And this kind of just feels like the start of it, hopefully.
No, this is the start of it. And I think that their performance right now, like, I don't think people really notice it that much, but I think this is obviously going to make a big impact towards the future of Canadian basketball. Because
What about
moving forward, like, I think they'll have even more stacked roster. People will want to play for Team Canada because they're actually putting Canada on the map right now in terms of basketball.
What about Trey Lyles, man? You had a pretty good season for Sacramento.
Yeah.
I'd love Trey Lyles on this team. That guy can shoot.
Yeah, he can shoot, man.
Yeah.
Did they ever explain why he never made the team? Was it his own decision?
Yeah, like most of the NBA guys that just aren't on the team, it's kind of just a decision thing. I think he also just signed a contract with the Kings.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
like like I totally understand a player not wanting to play international basketball or tax their body more after they just signed a contract, right?
Yeah.
Like the team he plays for, the Kings, obviously probably also don't want him to go out there and do that. Like show that you're healthy for like a season or something. I'm sure most teams don't really want guys out there playing summer basketball, especially at like a high level in a physical setting. But yeah,
Yeah, but
so
okay, you mentioned the Kings. I just realized it's the same head coach, well, same associate head coach.
yeah.
So, I thought that would encourage him. Guess not. But because he didn't play, Kyle Jamal Alexander got the spot.
Hey, he's a hooper.
Scarborough represent.
Champion. He's not
He's
a
a
champion.
hooper, man.
He didn't win this year though.
Yeah.
Did he win? This year?
Yo,
Was he on the team
relax.
this
He
year?
was on the team when
Oh,
the
he's on the
team
roster?
actually
He was on the roster.
no last year. Not
That's
this
what I
year.
was saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's not on the roster, the championship roster.
Yeah, he's not
That's
on the
okay.
championship roster.
That's okay. He's a champion in my books.
He's doing decent.
Exactly.
Close to 8 points per game.
It's okay.
He's
Yeah.
nice.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's just like, I think it's not like the worst thing that some of these role players aren't like NBA guys, and that they're just guys that have been with the program for ages now, right? Like guys like Phil Scrubb, who's
Yeah.
like CIS basketball, so like Canadian like university basketball. He's like their most decorated player ever. Like Trey Bell Haynes was hooping
Yeah.
in their game against Lebanon. He was like 5 of 6 from deep for 15 points, 8 assists. Melvin Edgem, who plays I think in Spain or something, 3 for 4 from deep, 13 points. Like these are guys that have been with the program for a while. There's a reason why they were picked. Like they are glue guys, they're chemistry guys, and they're just solid depth pieces. But yeah, I mean, if there's like any sort of success at a tournament like this, I wouldn't be surprised if more guys want to join the national team. Maybe Andrew.
And I think it's better as well that you have, as you mentioned, these glue guys
Mhm.
on this team, because they're not gonna gripe about the roles and like some other guy from Team USA, right? So
Nice transition.
That was really smooth.
We doing it? We talking about the US?
yeah,
Yeah.
All right, let's get it going.
Man.
So the US, they are 2-0. They took down Greece this morning with a score of 109-81. Not surprising. This is a team without Giannis. This is a team whose best player is Georgios Papagiannis. So
not Thanasis.
yeah, right, bro. That guy's so bad. Yeah, I mean he's cheerleading MVP. One of the best in the league at that. But yeah, I mean they bodied Greece unsurprisingly. Brandon Ingram didn't do anything. How do we feel about this American team? Like, yeah, it's not one of the best teams that they've put together by any stretch of the imagination. We don't have a lot of guys that have been named all-stars here. I mean, we've got a defensive player of the year. That's probably that's the biggest kind of honor any of these players have. Anthony Edwards, all-star, Brandon Ingram, all-star, Tyrese Haliburton, all-star, and that's it. Right? Like that's all you've got on this team. There's no big names, but these are up and comers for Team USA. Like this is the potential next generation of the American team kind of taking the stage here. How have we felt about the team so far? And is there potential for this team to become something bigger than like the sum of their parts at this tournament?
I think they're beatable. Like this team, as you mentioned, it doesn't have that much. I mean, you obviously have the stars like Anthony Edwards. Steve Kerr before the tournament, he told that this is his team. But other than that, you got a bunch of role players on this team too, which again you might need as well. Just to be the glues of this team. But yeah, there's not a lot of star power. You don't have the Kevin Durant's, you don't have the LeBrons, you don't have multiple time All Stars, so not a lot of established names. So this team could be beatable. So again, if we're talking about a game against Canada, sure, the US has collectively has a lot more talent, but Canada will have the best player on the team. So I think that plays a factor in case these two teams square off eventually.
But again, like they have So it's like they still have that, they still have the guy who can take over the game and wants to take over the game because he has that dog in him.
Hmm.
And again, I kind of like that about this Team USA. I kind of like that they're all young guys who still have something to prove. Like they don't really have the pressure of needing to win right now, but they can still do that. They're still like the favorites. But like yeah, moving forward with this team, they're gonna get better, and they don't need those established names already. They have the guys who can turn into those established names. Like Ant and Tyrese can easily be like multiple time NBA All Stars. I mean, they already are All Stars. Like yeah, they're still super young, and they're gonna get a lot better. So
Yeah.
I still like this USA team.
And I don't think they wanted like the star names here, right? They just want to send a bunch of young guys, see could who could be cut out for the Olympics team. And there are like at least three players. I would say Josh Hart, Tyrese Haliburton, Austin Reaves, who will definitely be in contention for like the bench unit for the Olympics. Don't make that face. Don't make that face. Am I lying?
Bro snuck in Austin Reaves like we wouldn't notice.
We all just noticed that.
Okay. Who is the player of the game today? Who was the player of the game today?
Was it AR?
It was
Was it?
Austin Reaves. It was Austin Reaves.
Damn,
They-
yeah, I think he cooked Thanasis Antetokounmpo and Emmanuel Chatsadakis.
Okay. What was Ant doing? 4 of 11.
Yeah, he's chilling.
Yeah.
It was his day off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
relax.
Let him have it.
There's
Yeah.
since 1994 at the FIBA World Cup, two players have had a 15-5-5 stat for the US. LeBron James and Austin Reaves. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to
Where you
know.
pulled out that stat, where'd you get that, bro?
He had that shit ready.
It's so red.
He had that ready.
Austin Reaves is looking like a young Manu Ginobili out there. He can do so much without the ball that some of his teammates are clearly unequipped to do. He can cut, he can facilitate, he can defend, and he can win player of the game too. He was leading the team in points today, assists, and I think plus minus as well.
All off the bench too.
Exactly.
That's the thing. I don't even disagree with you. I think that AR has been the third best player on this team.
Yeah,
Right? I
we'll
think
give
it's
him that.
been Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Haliburton, and then Austin Reaves. I don't even think it's up for debate. Like there's a reason he was selected on this team. This guy's a monster. And I think that he's just really well equipped for FIBA basketball, right? He's physical. He draws fouls well when he gets into the paint. He gets into the paint extremely well. He's a great cutter. You're right. He excels off ball. Like he's a very comfortable role player. But I think like what we're seeing here from him is like there's another step. Like there's another level to Austin Reaves' game that I think Lakers fans should look forward to. Right. This is massive for him. He's getting to show it off. Like he was selected for this team. There's a reason he was selected for this team, despite being like going into his third year in the NBA. This kid's legit. And like, yeah, I know Aaron's going crazy with the LeBron comps. Let's calm it down with that. But
It was just a stat.
let's cool it with the LeBron comps with the cherry picked stats there, eh? But I love it. I love what he's doing, man. Was that just for Team USA? The only players that have put up what 15, 5, and 6? That's
No,
not
it's at least 15-5-5 for Team USA at the World Cup.
it's not even that good a stat line.
Okay, so it's
Yeah,
making
come on.
us.
that's
Yeah.
such a mid stat.
Bro, so why are there only two players then?
Because they body people and everyone else gets a chance to play. Like
You're acting like he had like
it's
he was
great.
stat padding.
No,
So-
it's a fine stat line. I have no issue with it. I just don't think it's like
So is he better than Kobe or something?
yeah, like I'm not gonna compare him
He's
to
getting
LeBron
there.
because of
He's getting there.
Oh, I'll tell
man.
you what, he's not better than the Kobe that's currently playing at the FIBA World Cup. I'll be
Oh,
honest with you
man.
there. I'd
You're
like
going there?
I'd like to see
Oh,
Austin
my
Reaves put up
goodness.
37 points on Jordan. Okay,
39.
39.
Please,
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
please respect Rondé, Hollis, Jefferson.
RHJ baby.
Like,
Um,
No, he's actually looking like Kobe. It's crazy.
Like, kind of Kobe for real.
Oh, he's got the wrist, the band too, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
bro, we're number 24, bald.
Oh, like if I was like a casual and I didn't know anything about Kobe Bryant, like I think that was Kobe.
And he's got those baggy shorts too that Kobe had back in the day. And he's wearing Kobe's as well. So
He looks like Kobe from like
bro's doing cosplay
Yeah.
as a professional athlete.
I'm telling you though, like if you put like any casual in front of the TV and told them to watch like Jordan against whatever team, they'd be like,
New
they'd
Zealand.
watch Rondé Hollis Jefferson play basketball, and they'd be like, is that the best player in the world?
Yeah, that's a valid question.
Yeah.
Like if you put any casual in front of a TV, like they don't watch basketball, you watch that guy play, what he did, they're gonna watch it and be like, is that the best player in the world? Because what he does is absurd. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked. Yeah, the States. How about that? One fun thing to always look at when it comes to these like American rosters is like guys tend to take that next step. I think it was the 2010 Olympics. The American team, Kevin Durant kind of took that next step for the American team. He was one of the younger players selected on that squad, and he tore it up. He absolutely demolished in London. He was disgusting. What's so funny? What's so funny?
Stop, man.
No, this is just an inside joke that I know Aaron's laughing about.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Grow
he
up.
killed
grow
it.
up.
He killed it, and then
Yes.
he killed it, and then 2 seasons later, he was in the NBA Finals. Right? Like,
Yeah.
there's performances at international events like these when you're surrounded by other star players, where you kind of become that leader, become that lead player, where you differentiate yourself from like the rest of the roster, where you prove yourself on the world stage and announce yourself that like I'm next up. Who do you guys think? I know a lot of us are probably going to have like the same name here, but who do we think is primed to have that breakout after playing at Team USA?
You guys go first.
Who wants to say Ant first?
No, you can
Ross.
go ahead. I know you've been waiting so bad.
Yeah, you wanted.
Because I know you're saying that.
We're not going for Paolo on this one. No. I mean, he's the leading scorer on the team.
Yo,
Paolo's
that's
actually
who I
There
was
we
going to
go.
talk about. That's who I was
Yeah,
going to talk
Paolo
about.
Banchero is 14.5 points per game. I mean,
Yeah.
he could definitely take this experience for Team USA. He just came off like his rookie season, right? Yeah, his rookie season. And I mean, the Magic are primed to make the playoffs. Like, wouldn't they go like above 500 through their last 70 games of the season or something like that, or last 60 games of the season? So if if this experience is going to give Banchero a lot of confidence heading into next season, and he's got a lot of pieces there in Orlando to, maybe break that playoff drought they have going over there.
Yeah, Banchero's been interesting. I didn't expect to see him like get as much playing time as he's gotten so far. It's been cool to see Kerr kind of deploy him as like a small ball 5 at times. I mean, he's definitely excelled. I think that his like physical style of play is also like really conducive to something like this. He's able to get his shots up in the mid range. He has no problem with that. I mean, Banchero's awesome. Like we're kind of just seeing what he did with the Magic, but on the world stage. I think that it'd be sick if we got to see him like start a game or two down the line here. If we could see him start the next game against who they playing next against Jordan, that'd be pretty sweet. Just because I mean that's going to be a blowout anyways. Just let him have like a big game against Rondé Hollis Jefferson or something like that.
Mm.
Banchero's been great, right? And it wasn't even expected that he would be on this team. I mean, obviously everybody thought he was going to be playing for Italy. He fooled us. A classic quote. Low key, I wish he played for Italy. I really did. I really do. Because like he'd be dropping like 20, 22 points a game for that team.
Well, yeah.
Mm.
Him and Simone Fontecchio, what a squad, bro.
He'd be the number one option. He's definitely gonna score a lot.
Well, I don't know, man. Nico Mannion's pretty serious.
Is he on the team?
Is he?
Is he? I don't think he is.
Oh,
yeah,
he's
I don't
not?
think so.
Ooh, that's so lame. Oh yeah,
And
no.
yeah,
He's not on the
last
team.
I saw, Fontecchio also had a stinker, so Banchero would actually be the only serious player on that team.
Hey,
Wait.
no respect for Nicolo Melli.
Yeah, Nicolo Melli's over here.
That's
man.
okay.
What about
And-
Stefano Tonot? Yo, what's so funny?
Listen, this
Yeah.
is
What's
you're
funny?
just naming players that probably even played for OKC, just random guys.
What do you mean?
Hey, man,
He's
they got-
Just
they got-
2K
leading scorer on this
generated
team.
guys.
They got NBA prospects on that team, man. Gabriele Procida. You know, they got who's that other one? Matteo Spagnolo. Come on.
What about this guy's old? Luigi.
the Tome?
Yeah, he's old.
Oh yeah.
No, he's a young up and comer, man.
That's an OG, bro. That's a vet. Yeah, man. Banchero's sick. I wish he'd take more threes. Obviously, like we don't see as many, I guess, we're not seeing as many 3-pointers for this American team right now. I wish like he could use this opportunity to kind of develop that aspect of his game, just because he sucked last year from beyond the arc. He was absolutely trash. So it'd be cool to see him get like a bigger role in a game against like Jordan. Kind of let those shots fly, show what he worked on this summer. Dude's physical, he's gigantic. He's so big, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
underrated size. Yeah, I mean, Orlando should absolutely take that next step next year. Right? The East is looking weaker. Now that Toronto's trash.
What do you mean now that?
No, I'm just kidding you. We got Dennis the Menace. We're back.
Yeah, you got FIBA Dennis.
We are so back, bro. We are so back.
Nah.
Raptors fans.
What am
I
I?
don't want to get deported so bad, bro. What's up?
What am I looking at?
No.
Let's go.
But
As Aaron was wearing that shirt.
all right, Aaron, who's your breakout player, man?
No, I also had Paolo. Honestly, I mean, because if I talked about Austin Reaves again, I felt you'd be a bit sick of it. So
No,
I lined up Paolo.
No, talk about Austin.
I want to hear it. Give us a monologue about Austin Reaves.
Okay, I think Austin Reaves is primed for an 18-5-5 season. That's what we've been seeing here. And he's also solidifying himself as the Lakers' second best creator behind LeBron James. And we mentioned about the off-ball movement, and I feel like he's only getting better at that. Like, not only is he creating opportunities for himself with his off-ball movement, like the one Paolo 3 that I saw was through an Austin Reaves. Like he tried to cut, and that just opened up enough room for Paolo to hit that uncontested 3. So he does so much, and all-star soon. All-star next year, not this year, next year.
I mean,
I believe in
believe
it. I
Yeah.
believe in it, man.
I like the prediction,
Okay.
except the
I
All-Star.
I can see the
I don't really see the
All-Star.
All-Star one, if I'm honest, but 18. What did you say? 18, 5 and 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
That's a Jordan
I
Poole
see it. I see,
numbers.
I see it.
Okay. Oh my god, bro. Oh my. Please keep that bum out of these discussions. We're talking about good players here.
He's gonna average 30 this year. Anyway, back to Austin.
30 what? Field goal percentage?
Back to Austin.
No, let's go back to Austin, man. Jordan
No,
Poole's not
that's
on this team.
For good
for
reason.
exactly.
I've
No,
never
that's
seen a player capable of getting one of his teammates a technical foul by taking a shot so awful that he gets his teammate ejected from the game. I've never seen a player able to do that. It's mind-boggling to me.
He'll do it again.
Who's he gonna get ejected, bro? Denny Avdia?
Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, mad. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna fight for
Alright.
the last shot.
No.
It's gonna be the drippiest
They're
duo in
fighting
the
for
NBA.
the last shot. It's inevitable.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see any of it. I promise you, like, I work in basketball media, and I don't think I'll tune into a single Wizards game, other than maybe the pool, like Golden State, like revenge game. Other than that, I don't think I'll watch a single one. There's no reason for me to do that.
You're
No
gonna
thanks.
miss out on a lot,
Movie
man.
that I want to see
That's fine.
Jordan Poole.
I'm okay with that. All right, Diego, who's your breakout?
Mine's gonna be Tyrese Haliburton just because I love this guy.
Yeah.
Like he's averaging only like what 9.5 points, 3 and 3, and then 2 steals and 2 blocks, and he's efficient. He even from the 3 ball, like as you said, this Team USA team doesn't really shoot a lot of threes. Tyrese is hitting 50% of his threes. I mean, albeit he's not taking a lot of them either, but like he's picking his shots and he's hitting them. And again, I think that obviously he's not the kind of guy who's gonna get as many touches as like a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's not the number one option on the team, especially for scoring. But that's the thing. He knows his role. He's always accepting of his role, and I think he's gonna get like way better through this experience.
Yeah, I'm just gonna harp on to that. Like, I saw this post game interview of Tyrese where he was talking about how playing for Team USA is so much bigger than you, and he's embodying that what he's doing on the court. And like the few threes that he hit have all been big shots as well, where he's like sidestepping, stepping back, and then like from deep as well. So he has that in his bag. I think this is the closest I've seen to a modern day Steve Nash. And I think the Pacers players this season are just going to have a blast playing alongside a guy who can create so effortlessly for them.
Yeah, he's just such a great team guy. That's what I love about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna look good in a Laker gold and purple.
Yes. Yes.
Where's
Yes.
this come
This
from?
man's delusions.
Did you see their the transition play with him and Austin Reaves? Disgusting.
Oh.
Their 2-man game,
Oh.
showtime, absolute showtime. It was beautiful. What like he like AR steals it or something like that, and then like they push it up, goes behind the back, passes it to Haliburton, who's like a little bit further up the court. Haliburton, like once he's almost at the rim, throws it behind his back for Austin Reaves, who just lays it up. Oh, bro,
That's nasty.
oh, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. Showtime, absolutely incredible what that guy does. And having a guy like Haliburton on this team, I think, is just so important for the US, right? Like this guy's a legit creator. He can create for himself. He can create for others, I think, better than maybe anyone other than Jalen Brunson on this team can. But Halliburton's a better offensive threat. He's been stellar. He meshes with every single person on that team. He's hilarious. I love him.
Yeah.
I think that like he's honestly the point guard of the future for this school, for like the league, straight up. His shot, I love watching him shoot.
Really?
I think it's such an odd release, but like I don't know,
Yeah.
it looks smooth.
It looks okay. It
Yeah, I don't
looks
think it's smooth.
terrible to me, but
Yeah,
it just
I
goes
don't like
in
it.
always. So
I
I
mean,
like
if
it.
dude, if you slow it down, you can actually see how smooth it is.
Really?
Yeah,
To be honest, if you slow it down
yeah.
and just look
That's
at
the only
the
like thing I don't really like about it is his jump shot. Like I don't like how it
He
looks.
hits it.
I don't
He
like
hits
how
yeah,
it looks, but it works.
I
He
mean, it
hits
It
works,
works.
man.
Yeah, so I don't
Like he
have any
said,
problem with it.
he said on the what podcast, Paul George podcast about how other teams were worried about the jump shot, but I think it was who said it? Steve Kerr. It was Steve Kerr who said it not to touch the jumper, and
Mhm.
hey, it's worked for him.
Yeah.
And as much as you guys are saying that Halliburton's terrific, being a playmaker, I think he's a guy who you can just plug into any team,
Yeah, 100%.
right?
Right? Like
Because
he fits any scheme.
yeah, I think and I think his first year in Sacramento helped that a lot. His ability to play off ball,
Mhm.
because obviously he's a great playmaker, one of the best in the league, but being able to play off ball is such an important aspect of the game today. Like
Yeah.
you just can't be a one-dimensional guy who needs the ball in his hands all the time.
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's the thing with his jumper. Like, yeah, it's not I like it. It's not the prettiest, but it's quick.
Yeah, it's
Right.
quick.
And like it is fast and he releases it at like a really high point. He doesn't jump much on it.
Mhm.
But like you never really see it get blocked. You never really see it get contested just because he releases it so high. I think his mechanics are smooth. He's a clean dribbler. Did you see those he was getting like some crap on Twitter after I think Mevy Bear commented on the fact that like his no look passes aren't actually no look passes.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one.
It's the most obvious no look passes, but
It's a
it
look
still
off. It's a
works.
look
It
off.
still
It still
works.
works.
So yeah,
He,
that's all that matters.
he keeps doing it. Like he did it today, I think, for
Nice.
like a Paolo Banchero dunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It works. He's one of the best playmakers in the league. I think he's the best. He's one of the best true point guards in the league right now. Haliburton's a beast, and I think the Pacers are also a team that could contend for the playoffs potentially this upcoming season in like what is a questionable Eastern Conference,
Mhm.
a play-in
I can see
spot
that.
at least, right?
Yeah, I
yeah.
could see that.
Yeah.
Unless the Pacers are what the Pistons were supposed to be according to Mr. Gamage.
Yo,
Hey.
Cade was injured by game 12, man.
Yeah, let's be for real. Jaden Ivey's just not that guy. So
Plus they have Oscar Thompson coming in.
yeah,
I think he's gonna be legit.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pistons are up next.
Second year in a row.
Mhm.
No,
Don't worry.
we
They'll
can't
be
do
above the
that.
Bulls.
No.
Yo, that's fine. That's fine. You win some, you lose some, man. That's just how it goes. Anyways, here's my bold prediction. Anthony Edwards is going to be top 5 in MVP voting next season.
You gotta get bolder than that, man.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not
not
winning
bold
MVP.
enough for
I'm
you.
sorry.
Bold
I'm
enough.
sorry. There's no world where someone's competing with like Giannis and Jokic and Embiid for MVP. It's just not happening. Like we're talking about like the 3 most like efficient and disgusting players. They're not like Jokic is gonna win MVP next year. So I'm not gonna say he's gonna win MVP because it's not gonna happen. But Anthony Edwards is gonna be top 5, and I think that the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to actually take a step. I think they'll finish like top 5 in the West. The West is terrifying, but I think that there's a place that they could go with this squad. I love what Jalen McDaniels does, but that's besides the point. What really matters is Anthony Edwards. This guy is an absolute dog. I've never seen someone who's like a more natural born leader who like who do you want to follow behind if you go to war? Some nerd like Tyrese Haliburton or an absolute
Wow.
alpha male,
What?
No,
absolute alpha
we're not doing
tank
this. We're not doing this.
dog
Not
like Anthony Edwards, bro, all day. That dude's energy is absolutely contagious. He wants the ball. He needs the ball. Steve Kerr was like, "Hey, buddy, you're gonna take a sit." No, are you stupid, bro? Are you dumb? He knows how good he is. He knows he's the Kobe Bryant, the Dwayne Wade of this team, and you need that energy. You need that dog if you're gonna win at an event like this. I love what he's doing. I love the energy that he's bringing. I love his play. His work inside the arc right now has just been absolutely spectacular. The way that he attacks his defender in isolation, is able to like create space with clean step back moves, with clean spins, finish with like nice mid-range jumpers. This dude's a monster. There's no shot that he can't hit. He's one of the best on-ball defenders I think that we're going to see in the league next season. His two-way capabilities are magnificent. And like I think his ceiling is one of the best players I think his ceiling is a top 5 player in the league. Right? He's 22 years old. The only like I love Shea. I say that he's the second best player at this tournament, but there's a 3-year gap between him and Anthony Edwards. And by the time that Anthony Edwards is 25, I don't know who in the league is going to be better than him. Straight up. Like, I think he's the best athlete in the league. I think he has the most confidence in the league. I think that he's just a natural hooper. No fear. Disgustingly athletic. His highlights are magnificent. He's funny too, right? Like, this guy's the face of the league. This guy's the face of Team USA. He's going to be a starter on the USA team at Paris. There's no doubt in my mind, right? Like, Aaron, you brought up like, oh, there's 3 guys that have cemented themselves as bench players for like the Paris Olympics. Yeah, Anthony Edwards has cemented himself as a starter, and it's not up for debate, right? Like, there's maybe one shooting guard better than him, and it's like Devin Booker.
He's going to be better than Devin Booker.
He's going to be better than Devin Booker. So, I mean, I haven't seen a single thing from Anthony Edwards that I haven't liked. Like, he's taken those shots because he knows he should be taking those shots because he's that guy, right? Like, he might be not the most efficient guy, but he's that guy. And that's what you need. And that's what Minnesota needs. That's what Minnesota hasn't had since Kevin Garnett. They haven't had that guy.
But you know what's crazy though? Like, remember when before he entered the league, like there were question marks about like his love for the game. But now you just see him like now you just see him like he's just a pure hooper, one of the most pure hoopers in the league right now, who just balls.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest strong suit that he has for him moving forward. You know, forget about his talent, forget about his two-way ability. Like, he just wants to hoop. And again, you mentioned as well, like, his two-way potential is just going to, like, his two-way potential hinges on the fact that he's going to try on defense.
Yeah. Like,
obviously he has the tools, but if he tries on defense and if he just tries on defense, that's going to be game over for the rest of the league.
Yeah, I mean, it also depends on how the Minnesota team is going to look, but like KG on the Timberwolves, there was so much. There was only so much he could do. He won MVP, all of that, but the team didn't actually cross that final hurdle. So we'll see how the team does, but he's definitely already looking like the leader that they need.
Yeah.
And he's also so hilarious, man. I love that. Like, today's game, there was somebody from the crowd heckling during free throws, and this guy just screamed back at them while he was playing, and that was my favorite part of the game.
You're him.
I've seen
Austin, Austin,
Yeah. And hey, look,
Austin.
if it doesn't work out with Minnesota, I mean, we know he loves Heat culture, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
yo,
he's already
they're not letting Spoelstra coach an American team ever again.
Yeah, he's
I
recruiting.
promise
He's
you.
desperately
he's already planting the seeds, man.
It's messed
recruiting.
up
That's what
what
he
that
goes.
guy can do to people, especially on his home turf in the Philippines
I'm
too.
telling you, bro. It's the power of Filipinos.
Most powerful race in the world,
Yeah.
right, Aaron?
Yeah. We are, yes.
You had to agree.
We are.
Yeah, crazy.
Yes, we
So,
are, Aaron. Yes, we
yeah.
are.
Yes.
All right.
Until it comes to playing Angola.
Hey,
Hey, hey,
hey,
hey,
hey, hey,
hey,
hey,
hey.
hey. Watch out, man.
Not just Angola, man. Like any other team.
Yeah, we'll lose to any of them, bro.
Doesn't matter.
What matters is the passion, okay? It's not the
What
ability, it's the
what
passion.
matters is the
What?
friends we made on the court.
No. What matters is that we set the attendance record.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Oh,
No one else can put up those numbers, okay?
That's what matters,
belongs to
man.
the
That's the
Philippines.
reason.
shut
That's
up,
the reason the game was held at Philippine Arena.
That's right. We
Yo,
show up and show out.
as a
My
Filipino
squad.
podcast, we got to shout out. We got to shout out the Philippines for this.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad they're out of the tournament.
No,
I mean, what did we expect?
we
At least
expected
it's
this.
not.
Okay,
At least they're not bad.
realistically, like, did anyone expect the Philippines to go through?
I mean,
No, they'll be
I thought they'd still be alive at least by game 2.
I thought they'd beat Angola.
No,
Yeah.
I had no hope.
Yeah, I hate her, man.
I mean,
I-
they lost to Angola
I'm
like
just being
the
real.
last tournament. They lost to
Tough.
Angola
Yeah,
the last
I'm just being real. This Philippines team is not good.
you
If
know
it-
when they will be good? When Jalen Green joins them.
Yeah, real. When
Are you
Ron
sure
Harper
about that?
Jr. joins them.
Are you sure about that?
No,
Yeah.
they need the guys from Rise Up
Yo,
Ball.
imagine JC. Yo,
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
shout out to Rise
passion
Up
there.
Basketball too. That's hopefully one of these boys can come in and join the Philippine team.
They're fighters. That's what you need
Yeah,
sometimes.
they got heart.
Yep. Passion. Dog.
Puso.
Look at them. Puso, laban.
Okay. Can we do one last thing for Team USA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as it always kind of goes with these international tournaments, another big thing that we see following the tournaments is guys pairing up in the NBA. Right? People becoming friends. That's where, the Heatles started. That's where, KD and Kyrie started becoming boys. This kind of thing happens all the time when you get two guys or three guys playing for the same team, really getting along, really seeing how their games mesh. So I was thinking we could go around the room and pick who we think would be the sickest pairings for potential future teammates after seeing them play here together at the FIBA World Cup.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
We already know who you're picking.
Okay. Yeah. So before the tournament, I thought a guy like Mikhail Bridges alongside like AD and AR, that's like a championship trio. But after seeing how Austin Reaves is playing with Tyrese Haliburton, how they've become absolute buddies, like before the tournament during the USA basketball showcase where against Germany he had that dunk in the end. Like they were talking about the dunk, both him and Tyrese, and looking at the photo, Austin was like, "Yeah, this is my favorite photo of all time." They already become so close, and you can see that on the court too. Just two absolutely unselfish guys, and this is what Los Angeles needs. Can't wait for that.
No, it doesn't need it, man. We're good. Okay.
Of all of that.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, they're already buddies. It'll be a great pairing. We usually talk about superstar pairings, and now we're bringing up Austin Reaves, which is always fun and cute. but I don't disagree. I think obviously I think AR and Tyrese Haliburton, though it may not be a superstar duo, it'd be a pretty cool duo.
Yeah.
Not that I don't believe in Austin Reaves.
Yeah.
Yes.
We all like Austin Reaves.
Yeah,
We
we're all,
love him.
are
We love
believers.
So we don't love him like Aaron does.
I think he's one of the best players from his draft class. You know, like
Yeah,
yeah,
straight up.
yeah, 100%. Okay, all right, Mikey, you got someone? You got two in mind?
I'm split here. Let's go. Okay, I'm thinking about Ant and Tyrese just because their games just mesh well. Like as I mentioned, Tyrese just can play with anybody, and this isn't a knock on Tyrese, but I think he might need like a dog like Ant to play with beside him, and I think they're just gonna. I mean, their games are just gonna complement each other. Ant's gonna be obviously gonna be the main scorer, and Tyree's gonna be the facilitator. He's gonna find Ant on a lot of back cuts. Yeah, he's gonna have more of those Utah Watanabe posters, back cutting.
We don't have to do them like that, man.
Yeah, so shout out Japan though. Anyway,
Yeah, good for them, man. They beat
shout out Japan, bro.
Yo,
bro.
shout out Japan because their point guard is the exact same height as me, 172 centimeters, and he's balling out at the World Cup.
Short King.
Short
Love
Kings
a short
up.
king.
Yeah, but the other pairing I have was it's just interesting because they're both dogs, Ant Man and Paolo.
Whew.
Oh,
Whew.
Like
Bro.
that's just good. That's just a sick
Bro,
duo.
their physicality would be so gross.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
I can't
man.
imagine. And imagine them on the Heat. Oof.
Okay.
Imagine them on Miami.
Under Eric Spoelstra,
that'd be
team
cold.
culture would be going nuts.
Wow.
Nasty.
That's cold.
Absolutely nasty. Bam, out of there.
Yeah. No, he's not needed, bro. That's why he's not on this team. They don't
Yeah,
need
get
him.
Bam out of
They
there.
don't need
man.
that guy, bro. Get out of here. No dog in him.
So
Yeah,
disrespectful.
like 20, when is it? 2026?
Make it happen.
2026. You got Paulo and Ant-Man on Miami.
I say Paolo's asking out of Orlando after his rookie deal.
Yeah.
Yo,
Like, get out of there, man. It's-
newsbreaker.
Just
How
Come
far
on,
how
man.
far
Franz-
how far is the
Franz-
travel from
Franz and
Orlando
Paolo,
to
that's gonna be
Miami?
a serious
Can't believe
pairing, yeah. It's gonna be a serious one. All
Yeah,
right,
it's gonna be
Diego,
sick.
you got something?
yeah.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go with an interesting one. I think
Bobby
Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson are Knicks. Imagine they had Jaren Jackson instead of Julius Randle. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
that's disgusting.
Better
Jaren
floor
Jackson-
space, better defender.
Oh man, it's like a dream combination, Naimo.
Like Tibbs is gonna have his hand shaking like that, right? You guys know that? You guys know that? You know that? You're gonna have his hand shaking like that.
But no, those boys' chemistry would be off the charts too. I think their games just mesh well together.
I see it. And like what they need is that defensive presence. Like Mitchell Robinson's a good defensive center, but having like a defensive player of the year type guy with like the wing defense that team is already exhibiting with Josh Hart and Quentin Grimes and RJ Barrett, like that'd be vile. It'd be disgusting what like those three could do together. Right. Too bad he didn't play for like Villanova. Otherwise it'd already be locked in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Tough.
Bring Kyle Lowry in. That's the vet.
Let's make it happen. Okay. Yeah. Mine is Triple J and Anthony Edwards. I think that like this doesn't feel too unlikely either. I feel like Memphis is a mess. This team just hasn't been able to actually string it together for a variety of reasons. Chief among them, obviously, Ja Morant being Ja Morant, and also Dylan Brooks being Dylan Brooks. But that situation has kind of just been a little bit shady for a little while now. They have extended Jaren Jackson Jr., so there kind of isn't too much concern of him leaving. But if this team can't string it together, this isn't a squad that's going to be pulling in free agents. We've already seen the pairing of Jaren Jackson Jr. and Ja Morant work well, but if you can get, I think, the better version of Ja Morant and Anthony Edwards, a guy that's not going to get injured, a guy that isn't going to tote a gun around, a guy that isn't going to be an idiot all the time and cost his team 25 games. Yeah, I'd love to see Jaren Jackson Jr. in Minnesota. And I think like if you got rid of someone like Karl Anthony Towns, who is just the worst version of Jaren Jackson Jr. by a mile, you pair that with like Rudy Gobert, Jalen McDaniels, Anthony Edwards. Like I think that is a legitimate force in Minnesota. I think that Anthony Edwards, because of that charisma that he has, I think that he could lure basically anyone to Minnesota at this point, even though it's in Minnesota. I'd love to see that pairing. And I think that if we're looking at guys on this team who might be on the way out in their respective situations, I'd look at Jaren Jackson Jr. in Memphis. That organization is shaky, the situation is shaky, and I wouldn't be surprised where like if he were to entertain the idea of going elsewhere, it'd be with one of the guys that began to establish themselves on a team that he played for with the US. Yeah.
I can see it.
Cool. Okay. Well, we're an hour in. Do we want to go around the horn, talk about other teams, or could we just do like a little some predictions for the rest of the tournament?
I mean, we did go talking about other teams here and there already, so don't need to separate time for it.
Basically, France sucks. Dennis Schroeder is going to be the best point guard on the Raptors. It's not a high bar, but Dennis Schroeder is about to become him. Franz Wagner looks pretty legit. Spain, I don't believe in them at all. France sucks. Can I just emphasize that? Horrendous. Just awful. I can't believe it. Bill Simmons said it best, He was like, I can't believe a team with Rudy Gobert, Nicholas Batum, and Evan Fournier flamed out. What? You're kidding me.
That's a nice impression, though.
Thanks, man. Japan beat Finland. That was pretty sweet. All right, let's do it. Last little part of the show here, because we only record this podcast once a week. We'll do some predictions for the rest of the tournament. Who knows how things will shake out by the time you hear us next. So quickly, we'll start off with Aaron. Buddy, who do you think rounds out the top 4 other than the US of the World Cup?
Okay. Like we already, I think it's consensus that Canada is gonna finish second. I think the way he's willing his team right now, playing 30 plus minutes, I think Luka drags Slovenia to the bronze medal game. And I think because of how Spain have always been dominant on the world stage, I think they at least finish top 4. So I think that's my top 4: USA, Canada, Slovenia, Spain.
Sweet. Okay. Diego, who you got?
Literally the same exact thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't count Luka out. I mean, obviously USA and Canada are guaranteed for me. Yeah, Slovenia and Spain. Like Spain, I just can't count them out.
Yeah.
They're too consistent.
Such good chemistry, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike?
Let me go with, I think Germany's getting in. I like their team. Slovenia as well.
Yeah.
Just because of what Aaron said about Luka dragging this team. And let's go with Canada.
Thank you. I have to make sure.
What?
Yeah.
Canada?
Who?
Really?
Yeah. I'm running the same as Mike there. I'm gonna say Germany's third, and then Slovenia fourth. Canada second. Actually, Canada first. Let's just do it.
Let's go.
Why not? Let's get it. Let's
Big
just get it.
homer, bro.
But yeah, no, I think Germany's serious, man. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
they
NBA
are.
talent on that team. Daniel
Yeah.
Tice in FIBA basketball. Be careful. Mo Wagner, Franz Wagner, Dennis
Mo
Schroeder.
Wagner, bro.
Bro, FIBA Dennis is always just so different.
I know.
Mhm.
I love it, bro.
Turns it up.
He better do something for my
He's
team, man.
insane.
Oh man. You know what? Nah, I lied. I'm taking Slovenia out. I'm putting Australia in.
Oh,
Oh my.
Dude, I said, yeah, Australia's the other team that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Because they're so loaded.
They're stacked. Like, they're so stacked, bro. Dante Exum.
might
You
be
know,
straight up, but
what?
yeah,
Okay, one of
Joshua.
my friends,
You're
one
right.
of my friends who's a Mavs fan, was talking about how Dante Exum, because of his FIBA performances, he's confident it's going to translate in the NBA for the Mavs.
I mean, he's been really good as of late. Like
Patty
having,
Mills.
I'm happy to
I'm-
see it.
I'm happy to see it too. Yeah, I'm all here for it.
What was
I
that?
mean, he
NBA
played-
2K15, 2K16 legend?
Yeah,
At 16, right? I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't believe he
I
made it
actually
into
love,
rival.
Dante, man.
That was crazy.
I was really high on that guy.
And
Yeah.
and just like that name is way too cool for him to not be an NBA player.
Yeah.
Come on.
And
I
he's
agree.
Australian.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
shout out Australia.
Last one. Who's gonna be the tournament MVP? Aaron?
Shay.
Okay.
Yeah, you know I got to say Shea too.
Okay. Mike, who you got?
Come on.
Yeah, I got Shea too, man.
Wow.
Oh,
Holy.
wait. No. Let me go Luka. Let me go Luka.
Wow.
See,
Okay.
the only reason why I don't say Luca is because Shay's team is going to go further.
That's fair.
Yeah, but what if they're like one spot apart?
One spot is the difference between a bronze and a silver. I will take the silver medal team's best player.
That's fair. I'll take the gold medal's best
W
player.
valid.
Actually, wait, no, I said Canada first. Shit.
Come on, dog.
Come on, man. Oh, man, I caught myself
He's
in a
gonna pick
lie.
Kelly. He's gonna pick Kelly.
No, yeah. Kelly Bird. No, I'll take Ant. I
Okay.
think, or Rondé Hollis Jefferson, man. Either. They both have that Kobe in them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll say Ant. So Mike, you took Luca, and then Aaron and Diego, you guys both took Shea. All right. Respectable.
Yeah.
That's it. We did it.
We did it.
We're so
Guys,
back.
we recorded a pod
We're back.
Okay, now we gotta actually do this shit every week.
consistently.
Yeah.
I think was it this or the kick out when I signed off being like, see you next week, maybe.
It was the buzzer.
Yeah.
That was that was the
the
buzzer.
buzzer,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oops. At least I was right about that.
Man.
All right. That's it for this episode of the Positionless Pod. It's been an absolute pleasure to be back. Very excited to get this back on next week as well. Good to be back, guys. How are you feeling about the first episode? Solid?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Good.
Solid,
It's good to
solid.
be back. I'll say that.
NBA
Yeah,
season's
yeah.
coming up.
So back.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
WNBA. We gotta talk WNBA. soon.
Okay.
Oh.
No? Okay.
I got to watch my first game. Oh my god. dude.
Aaron's calling a timeout. Aaron's calling a timeout.
What?
Do the, do
Whoa.
Yo, okay. I saw that. On Twitter. I saw. I think the Storm were down 5,
Yeah.
and they just stopped playing. And after that, I was like, yeah, this is not a serious league.
Oh, they're tanking.
That's not a serious league.
They're
No, there's
tanking, man.
two serious teams. There's two.
Well, yeah, because those two teams are stacked beyond.
Some of the best basketball I've actually seen in person. I think, like, having only gone to Raptors games as of late, it's not hard to say that like that's the best basketball I've seen in person. But like Liberty and
Nah, I can't believe you watched New York.
insanity.
Okay. I gotta go.
Okay.
So
So signing off for Diego, Aaron, Mike, myself, Kai Gamage. We will catch you next week. Thank you so much for listening to the Positionless podcast. Make sure to rate, review, subscribe, all those fun things on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram at The Kickout. Take it easy. See y'all next week.